Hello and welcome to the Infectious Groove Podcast, part of the Odd Pods Media Network. Recorded at the 33 1/3 Music Appreciation Center in Speakeasy, located just outside of Detroit, Michigan. The Infectious Groove Podcast is your source for jammy jams, music news, and the best in-depth music discussion. Thanks for joining us. Now here are your hosts.
It is, in fact, the Infectious Groove Podcast, and I'm sitting here with Kyle and Michelle, who is having the celebration of a lifetime today because no one on earth gets more excited about a break from something they don't do much for other than you.
I've been counting down the days.
We take a break every 6 months to give you a break from sitting here for 1 hour every week. And how excited are you right now that you're about to have 2 weeks off?
Really excited.
Super duper excited?
I might not even come back.
Please do. I would appreciate it if you came back.
I guess.
Hey, we always talk at the beginning of the show on, ways you can help us if you want to. We always thank our Patreon supporters and so on and so forth. I just learned yesterday that you can now rate podcasts on Spotify, which you've never been able to do before.
I saw that when I logged in.
And I've always kind of felt from a review standpoint, like, we talk a lot about friends and family who support the show, and then we've expanded to like we're very happy to have listeners worldwide. And I feel like it's asking a lot to be like, okay, if you listen on Spotify, listen there, but then make sure to open up some other app to rate us there to help. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's a lot to ask. So if you do listen to us on Spotify and you've never left us a review anywhere, if you can just start 5-starring the episodes you listen to right when you're in that app, that'd be great. Now, Michelle, I do not expect you to do that. That's a lot to ask.
I would have to listen to our own podcast.
Well, I was going to say, first of all, are you surprised to learn that we're available on Spotify?
Yes. Spoiler alert, this podcast was not on my top podcasts on Spotify.
What a giant surprise. What a giant surprise.
Do you listen to it?
I play at least a little bit of it. Well, I have to listen to the show 3 times. Because I have to listen to it while we're doing it, which, as you know, is hard for me to get through. And then I have to listen to it the next morning and do all the editing, all the ums and ands and all that stuff. And then the mounds of laughter from when you open your face. And
you edit it out? I'm funny.
I take on average about 2 minutes of laughter down to about a good 10 seconds. Because
I deserve those 2 minutes.
I assure you, most people don't think we're as funny as we think we are. So I edit down a lot of that laughter and whatnot.
Well, then I don't want to be a part of this.
That's twice you've quit in 2 minutes and 41 seconds of airtime.
Try me.
And then on Monday morning, I will play it on Spotify for like 5 seconds just to make sure that everything's right on it every week. It's never not right, but I just double check anyways.
What if it wasn't?
It's all part of this thing I do where I give a shit about the show in between. It's crazy. Yeah.
I'm confused.
I'm sure you are. So anyways, before we get into feedback, Michelle.
Oh, no.
Any earthly clue what we talked about last week?
Matt Mason.
Oh, man. Look at you go.
I only remember because the record showed up yesterday.
UPS coming in clutch to help Michelle with the show. It takes a village.
Feedback, Joe.
Don't worry about that. Right. There's rock and roll be without feedback.
So as far as feedback goes, actually the first piece of feedback we have this week comes from somebody who just started listening to the show but is catching up on old episodes. And so they said they'd listened to our One Hit Wonder episode and loved it. And you remember how I went on about how I hate the term hair metal because people always mean it in a demeaning way. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know anyone who says it in a positive way. This new listener does. They said they use it as a positive term because all those guitar players kicked ass and don't get the respect they deserve, which is, I will scream that from the mountaintops. Michelle, you will never remember this, but we talked about Ray Parker Jr. being amazing and underrated, and they mentioned that as well. That
the Ghostbusters guy?
Well, let me continue to read the tweet. Ray Parker Jr. gets a bad rap for being the Ghostbusters guy.
Why is that a bad rap?
Because that's all people think that he did. Like, I told you about how for years he was Stevie Wonder's guitar player, and you were like, what?
He plays the guitar?
He does play the guitar, as a matter of fact. Ray Parker Jr. is a great guitar player. And then Peace Pipe, which was a song that I'm sure you don't remember that I played during the One Hit Wonder episode.
I listened to it and I don't know it.
Peace Pipe? Mm-hmm. I appreciate that update. Mm-hmm. So this gentleman said he hasn't heard that song in forever, and he used to play it in cover bands, which I think is awesome. I just talked to somebody the other day in real life that said they played it in cover bands too. So all those people were playing places you were never at, apparently. Mm-hmm. Solid.
I used to go see your cover band.
Solid. You absolutely did used to go see my cover band.
Only before 11 p.m.
That's correct. Yeah. By the end of the second set, Michelle had to go. Like, we used to do Crazy Bitch by Buck Cherry. Mm-hmm. And she'd always be like, why do I never get to hear that song? And I'm like, because it's a third set song and you're in bed by then.
Yeah, even before children.
We're going to walk out and open up with Crazy Bitch so Michelle can hear it at 8 p.m.
Yes, please.
The ever-trending story podcast, which is Garrett, who always contributes to our show, said that he went and streamed this album directly after listening to it and fell in love with it. So
Yay.
Good on you, Kyle. I'm going to check out the Unplugged one because I agree that some of the album is a bit too Imagine Dragon-y on the choruses, which is a point that I made. Like, not a terrible thing, but that's why I thought I would like the stripped version more.
Did you listen to the stripped version yet?
Not yet.
Did you listen to Adele yet?
I still have not listened to the new Adele record. Here's my thing. I'm going to
You
get
have
to
2
it.
weeks off.
I'm going to get to it. I will listen to the new Adele album soon. Think of it as if Axl Rose just told you he's going to listen to the...
What is it? Why?
See, I was busy listening to other things. Like, I can't stop listening to the new Billie Eilish record. That will go on. Yeah. No, that's not even my Jammy Jams this week.
So I put it on this week.
What?
The new Billie Eilish.
Jesus Christ. By all means, put the brakes on the show and tell us about this, Michelle. How
You brought it up.
How did that go for you?
I liked it.
Fantastic.
Good to know.
I can't wait till it's an
Good
album
to
review.
know.
Michelle, would you buy this record? I don't know. I liked it, though. Sweet. And anyways, Garrett said that he enjoyed the album a great deal and loves it, which is fantastic. Now here comes a series of tweets from our friend Seth at the Thanks for Coming podcast. Seth's first thoughts is, well, this isn't Delta.
It is not.
And then his second one is his formal review of the album, which is all stinkers, 0 out of 10. I wanted to hear Delta instead of this.
What?
I think actually both of you now have a problem with Seth again. Is that feud reignited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come at me.
Oh no. Garrett says Michelle is great.
Yes.
So that's still a trending theme.
I was waiting for that.
I love to hear her on the show, and the dynamic between the three of you is one of the main reasons I love the show. Just a random observation from Garrett. I didn't like that he started it with a lie. Like that was because it makes me think the rest of it's horseshit.
I'm the heel.
You are. I like that you point that out constantly. One of the things that was magic about the WWF in the late 90s was that the heels didn't go around saying it. They just did it.
Oh, that's from the WWF?
Yeah.
The World Wildlife Foundation?
Being a heel is from wrestling, yes.
World Wildlife.
Okay, so this has been a trend over the last 3 weeks where, like, by 10 minutes into the show, I need a break from you. And our segments tend to be about, yeah, so good on you. I guess you're improving your time. We're getting to that line.
I should let you know that I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today.
Just today?
Yeah, I've threatened Kyle several times.
I'm not in this.
No, you absolutely are in this now.
Oh, boy.
We have a voicemail that I'd like to share. And believe it or not, it has nothing to do with what's happening in your house or Kyle getting threatened or me being involved for no reason. This voicemail has to do with our music podcast that we do.
We do?
Yes. And so here's the voicemail that we got that has nothing to do with you waking up on the wrong side of the bed.
Hey guys, this is Chris from the Dan Rock Podcast. Normally I would just go ahead and tweet about this like I normally do, but I figured since this is going to be your season finale, I figured it was worth a call. Really I was just calling in regards to the album review you guys did last week, the Bank on the Funeral with Matt Mason. I would have never found this album, so and I've listened to it now 3-4 times, front, back, reverse, whatever way you want to say it, but it was fantastic. Mm-hmm. And like Kyle said, the Hallucinogenic is spot on. I think that's probably my favorite song on the whole album, and I think it really it's going right about Hallucinogenics, The Mask, Beggar Song. I think there's some of my favorite ones on there. That's kind of where I start. Now that I've listened to it multiple times through. And Russ, I agree with the whole, it sounds kind of like a Imagine Dragons, and it's my sound. I'm a big Imagine Dragons fan. Not ashamed to say it, so it's fun to listen to. But when you go ahead and listen to the stripped down version, it's a whole different album. And this may make Kyle a little, I'm not sure how Kyle will take this, but it has more of just a different sound. I can't think of the artist off the top of my head, unfortunately, here. But thanks, guys. This has been really fun. I hope you guys have, a nice holiday, nice break, and look forward to you guys coming back in the beginning of the year. Have a good one now.
Everyone's rooting for you to have a good break.
Everyone's rooting for me to come back.
So 30 seconds after that voicemail came in, we got a tweet with a follow-up of what he couldn't remember.
Oh, yeah,
so
okay.
It says, I left a voicemail, and while talking, I forgot about the artist the stripped-down version reminds me of. The minute I ended the call, it came to me. It was Ed Sheeran. Again, not sure how Kyle is going to feel about that, but I would have never found this artist without him, so thank you, Kyle.
I do like Ed Sheeran, except for his new album is not good. But
I haven't heard it yet.
Oh, it's not good.
yeah, so his older stuff I do like, and yeah, I could see the comparison, but the stripped version is absolutely 100% different than
For sure.
than the other album.
And we labored this point on the show a lot, but I guess I'll say it again. The thing in the middle about, like, I'm a big Imagine Dragons fan and I'm not afraid to admit it, cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you should never apologize for what you like, you know? My thing
Unless
is...
it's Creed.
Unless it's... Well, Creed owes everybody an apology. I think it starts there. Like, the band needs to formally apologize to me first.
About
and
for?
then for existing.
Oh!
We have a running thing on the show. If you're a regular listener, you know we try very hard not to insult artists or people's tastes and whatnot, but I am on record for at least 20 years for saying that if you like Creed, I would need to know what happened in your life to make you listen to that. It's the only band that I feel that way about. It's been that way since the first day I heard them. It's never going to end. And what makes me mad is the whole band outside of Scott Stapp is so wildly talented. Like Mark Tremonti, their drummer, their bass player, they're all wildly talented. Mark Tremonti is a monster on the guitar. And he was stuck in Creed for like the first 10 years of anybody knowing who he was.
Still don't know who he is.
Having said that, you should never apologize for liking anyone else at all. Just Creed.
Okay.
And people don't even have to apologize to me for liking Creed. I would just like a word with the band about them existing.
Oh, okay. We should get Scott Stapp on the show.
We should get Scott Stapp on the show. I know a guy who could get him on the show for us, but I don't think it would go well. He'd be here for about 35. I would not even get through my intro before you heard headphones get thrown down.
That's okay.
That would be fine with you.
Yeah.
So anyways, I normally right here would say, hey, you can leave us some feedback and whatnot, but we're going to be off forever because of somebody. So there's no point leaving us any feedback. Nothing matters anymore.
Don't tell us anything.
Yeah, don't tell us anything.
Unless it's Michelle's Great.
I would like to say this when we come back for the start of season 5. I would like to do away with Michelle's Great. I think that it's time that
Season
we
5?
move past that. Yeah, season 5 will be our start on January when we record in January.
Oh.
Good golly, Miss Smiley. Welcome to the program, Michelle. Moving right along. Our jammies. My jammy jams this week have been, and I was just playing this for a friend earlier today who hadn't heard like the 3 different phases of this band's career, and I've talked about this on the show before. Is the latest Royal Blood album.
I always mean to check them out.
Oh, so that's found it, followed it, and forgot it. Yeah,
yep.
That's we do need that T-shirt. Michelle likes to do those 3 things with every single artist: found it, follow it, forgot it. But their first 2 records, it's like Mumford & Sons, where the first 2 records are almost identical, which I'm fine with. But then the third album is so wildly different that the whole internet hates it.
But you love it.
Everyone but me hates it. Yeah. And it's totally different. But that's okay, like for artists to grow and move on. And the big difference is the first 2 albums are very, very just straight rock and roll. And this one's like almost a disco album. Like all the beats are very, very, very like dancey driven. And to me, that's totally fine. They use a lot more.
You can dance if you want to.
I can dance if I want to. And I will dance to that record all day. So anyways, for me, that's just what I've been listening to a ton is that record. The new album is called Typhoons. And if you go stream it, I would appreciate it because I think me and 4 other people are streaming it. And that's about it. Like,
well, I think that they would appreciate it, the band.
They probably would, yeah.
All right, I'm going to get on that.
And like, if we can get at least a couple of people to start streaming it, it'll mean their parents won't have to anymore.
Yes.
You know, but I like, they're a huge band that people love. But
Are they British?
They are British.
Was that guy win that documentary? That one guy?
Love the questions.
Yeah, it was the drummer.
See?
So we went from, are they British, to, is that the guy, the one guy? That was your question. And Kyle happened to know what you were talking about.
Yes.
This is my life. I just have to decipher.
I can't apologize
Immediately.
more because, and I'm going to say this as nicely as I can, and I've said this on the show several times to you, and I have to say it once again. You did this.
I did sign up for this.
You know how they say Thug Life, I didn't choose Thug Life chose me? You chose Michelle Life. Openly and brazenly.
Yes.
Without remorse.
Yes.
And you were told very early on how things were going to go. I remember very clearly in the first week of knowing you pulling aside and being like, this is a bad choice. This is a poor life choice. So,
how'd that work out for you?
I'm still finding out.
Well, we heard a little bit ago they got threatened several times today.
Maybe you should stop fucking up. Anyways.
Oh my God, that's such a good piece of advice. Kyle, have you thought about that? Stopping fucking up?
Yeah, I try.
All right. Well,
Not very hard.
Speaking of you not fucking up, tell us about your jammy jams, which are songs that I'm sure you've tried to play for Michelle unsuccessfully.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. I found myself listening to Khaled has a new album, but that is not my jammy jams. I was listening to that, and I was like,
What?
Go on.
this is not as good as my favorite album of his, which is Free Spirit. So I found myself going back and listening to Free Spirit.
I've only heard one record by him. I should listen to more.
Yes, I think that you would like the entirety of Free Spirit.
Right on.
Also, there's a gentleman named Giveon, and he has an album called When All Is Said and Done, Take Time. Fantastic.
Right on. What type of music?
What would you consider? I played that song for you in the car.
The what now? What car?
Oh my God.
Good God. You have a 50-50 shot. You guys own 2 cars, so.
Win.
Nothing, never mind. It's like R&B-ish, but like he, I guess
R&B-ish?
consider R&B.
Okay. It's getting harder and harder to label stuff because
He has
so
like this
so much
really-
music uses so many different genres in one now, which is great. So,
It's like R&B-ish, Leon Bridges-ish kind of.
you got my attention.
Yeah, he just has a really powerful voice that
Right on.
is awesome.
What else are you listening to?
There's that. Russ put out a new album called Chomp 2.
I sure did.
Wait, Russ or Ross?
What?
What?
Good God. Go on, Kyle.
Russ.
Okay.
He's talked about him on the show before.
Yes.
Yep, sure has.
He probably talked to me about him.
I just thought of something. Is it possible your headphones don't work? Can you not hear us?
Is sound supposed to be coming through these?
Yes.
I thought it was supposed to cancel the sound from outside.
Michelle's been doing the whole show the whole time with me and you going, whoop, 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 whoop. That explains so goddamn much. And now I'm going to use our break to buy you some headphones that work. So, Kyle, this gentleman put out a record.
Yeah, I don't know when it came out. It's relatively new. It's called Chomp 2.
Right on.
And it's if you're a fan of Russ, then you're gonna like it.
I'm a big fan. What else you got?
To round it out, I dug back into Wide-Eyed Elk Ensemble by Fences.
What now?
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Go on, Kyle.
And to finish it off, I don't know if it happens every year, but frequently during the holidays, Gucci Mane puts out it's not a holiday album, but it's called So AC Christmas usually. And it's just a bunch of, it's nothing to do with really Christmas, I guess.
How
but,
weird. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to start putting out 4th of July albums that are not at all patriotic music.
So he used to put out like mixtapes and stuff and call like during Christmas time, it would be called like East Atlanta Santa, but it like wasn't, and on the cover he'd be dressed up like Santa Claus, but it wasn't, it's not a Christmas album.
It's so weird.
But the good thing about him is that he always puts other people on that you've never heard of. So many people have started their careers based upon him pushing them forward.
Right.
And that's very much what this album is. There's a bunch of people on there I've never heard of until I listened to this, and I'm
Sweet.
like, oh, this is cool. And I assume I'll be hearing more from these people, as time goes on.
Right on. Hell yeah. Michelle, is there any chance you listened to anything this week and came even remotely prepared to talk about your Jamie James?
There's no chance.
Yeah. Can you please make something up real quick?
No, I was listening to stuff this week.
Which was?
So I've gotten back into our, Kyle and I have a playlist
Oh, boy.
spoiler alert, my 2021 Spotify playlist is not that great. So I went back to my 2020 one. So
Are you just going to talk about last year's picks again?
yeah, I don't really like this one. So, and then that led me back into here. But,
Well, you do know that this would be your fault, right? That your 2021
no,
playlist isn't good?
I have a few arguments against
Oh,
it.
my God. Really?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ. Go on.
So on our playlist, "Shake" by Nathaniel Rateliff.
Oh, what a jam.
And that whole album, the intro,
The whole record
yeah,
is stellar, but I think Shake is the most underrated song on that record.
absolutely.
No one talks about that cut.
The song called "Intro" is just great.
Yep.
Paolo Nutini, he's come back into my life
Oh, my
again.
God.
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know, but he needs to put out a new record and tour it and have his old stuff come out on vinyl. So if you happen to represent Paolo Nutini and you're hearing this show, I would like the following 3 things: a new album for him to tour, and please release his old stuff on vinyl.
And come on the show.
And there you go. When you come through Detroit, also on the show. I'm sorry, we've made an addendum to the list. 4 things.
Four
We need
things.
4 things. But Jenny Dobie Hasty and
New Shoes.
Yeah, jams.
I don't know how you say this. Is it love? L-A-U-V?
Why do you never know how to pronounce anything?
I don't know. How do you say it? L-A-U-V.
What was the one
I
you
think
had
it's
a couple weeks
Lauf.
ago?
I think it's Lauf, yeah.
What was the one you had a couple of weeks ago? No, son chick.
BB no dollar sign or whatever.
What is it?
Good golly, Miss Molly.
BB No Money?
And so, how do you spell this new one? Because you can't use your words.
L-A-U-V.
Yeah,
Lauf.
I believe it's Lauf, yeah.
Okay.
And Julia Michaels, there's a song called "There's No Way," which is a jam. So.
And this was all your jams this week came from your playlist last year because you screwed up, but it's not your fault in 2021. Just okay.
On the nose.
I appreciate you putting your finger on your nose because the listeners can hear that. So I really appreciate you doing that. I think from now on we're going to need like a separate audio track that does descriptors for what you're doing when you're not saying words.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work. We'll just do.
Can I just describe them later?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, I expect you to record the audio track. It'll be like a director's commentary.
It's like 3 hours long.
Oh, I also would like to add.
Oh my God.
No, I'm not. I'm adding to my original statement about it having nothing, or Gucci Mane's album having nothing to do with Christmas. If you go and look at it, there are songs that, like there's one that's called "All I Want for Christmas," or like "The Grinch." But if you listen to the album, it is very much not about Christmas. But I don't want someone being like,
I want to be clear that all you did was confuse me more. Like you were like, hey, one more thing.
there are Christmas-ish titled songs on a Christmas appearing to be album, but it's not.
I'm so wildly confused.
It's fine.
All right, we are going to take a break.
Don't worry.
And
I'm worried.
This time it's not even Michelle's fault that I'm frustrated. I don't understand what just happened.
Nobody understands.
Yeah. When we come back, we are going to, Lord be with us, talk about our Spotify Wrapped, which last year was fun and entertaining, and this year I feel is just going to be a lot of Michelle yelling. We'll be back in a second. You're listening to the Infectious Group Podcast on the Odd Pods Media Network.
Hey, I'm Lauren,
And I'm John.
and we host the Beard Al Podcast, the podcast where we talk about two of the greatest things in the world, beer and Weird Al.
And a lot of other things. We're funny.
Yeah, that's basically what I told him to say. Good job with your
I
script.
listen.
Yay! But no, seriously, we try and pair a beer with a Weird Al song and talk about both things and go where the conversation takes us. It's fun, I promise. You'll like it.
Yeah, I mean, if you like talking about random things as well as, fine craft beers and some wonderful craft music.
Craft music, I love it. So,
But not craft singles. So far, this promo is going about as smoothly as one of our episodes.
absolutely. If this has enticed you in any way, please go to beardalpodcast.com.
http://www.beardalpodcast.com. I repeat, http if you want it to be secure, https://www.beardalpodcast.com.
Bye!
Bye.
Hey, I'm Pantsless Aaron.
This is Stevie.
And I'm Augie.
And we are BFYTW, a podcast all about playing games and having fun. Our games are usually based on British panel shows and game shows, but we'll play anything that captures our attention and imagination. Why? It's right there in the title.
You'll never guess what the F stands for.
We are back, and holy moly, I was looking forward to this episode until about 10 minutes ago when Michelle told me that she has issues that she would like to address with Spotify. And, on my list, and we're going to go through the final page of your Spotify Wrapped, which thank you, Kyle, for screenshotting your final page, as opposed to Michelle, who screenshotted everything in the world and only needs the final page. And when we do that, I will tell you right now, I'm not happy about my top 5 songs for the year, but I absolutely know that they happened, and I know why they happened.
Oh, the why is why I have a problem.
Okay. You fucked up is the
No,
answer.
what?
Okay. So I thought it would be fun if we go through things. I think I'm going to come in a strong third on this one, but minutes listened for the year, I was only at 8,171 minutes, which, because I listen to so much vinyl at home and when we're in the car, right. But when we're in the car, oftentimes my wife will just leave Sirius XM on in the car, and then when I'm at home, when I can, I listen to vinyl. So if I stream, and you will find that when we get to my top songs and my top artists, you will see that all of my listens were very purposeful. You know what I mean? I'm on purpose going to listen to this instead of just putting on a playlist or going to a lot. I bet a lot of my minutes are from listening to the albums for review. You know what I mean?
That's why this is your fault.
Kyle, how many minutes did you listen to Spotify this year?
19,284.
See, a lot more than me.
And according to their bullshit statistics,
Oh my God, you guys!
that's more than 72% of other listeners in the United States, is what they tell me.
So you're okay with the robots on that because you like that stat.
I mean, no, I don't.
You're still mad.
I think here. I'll just say this now. I think that their statistics are skewed incredibly because they create all these fake subgenres that aren't real in real life. It told me you listened to 829 different artists, but things got pretty serious with one. I did not listen to 829 different artists.
Dude, you've had more than that be your
Artists or
Jammy Jams
genres?
this week. Yeah, artists for sure.
But so then 94 different genres, but they separate.
Well,
like,
the genres,
like,
yeah, but the artists, dude, you listen to way more people than the two of us do.
I don't know. I guess it seemed like a lot to me. 829. That's a
Dude,
shitload.
every week you talk about 3 different people none of us have ever heard of.
That's true.
And literally, and then and this is complimentary, but I'm saying this hostile, and I don't mean to. This is supposed to be.
That's because he's mad at the robots.
Yeah, but every week I'm like, well, I was listening to Van Halen again, and you're like, well, I was listening to these 3 artists you haven't heard of till I'm speaking about it right now, you know. So and every week when we do album reviews and stuff, a lot of people will be like, with my picks, they'll be like, oh my God, I love that album, I can't wait to hear what you guys say about it. And with your picks, people are like, I've never heard of that dude, thank you. You know what I mean? So like, you listen.
What about
to,
me?
With your picks, there's despair, anger.
I guess it's the genre thing that I have an issue with because like they break down like rap, and for instance, like to like 30 different rap genres.
Dude, when I was a kid and used to go in the record store, there was literally like rock and rap.
Yeah.
And that was it. But then in like the mid 90s, everything switched over to where like there was like rap and hip hop, which killed me. I was like, really? 2 different sections for that? But then you would get like neo hip hop, trip hop, like and I'm just like, someone tell me where Naughty by Nature is because I want to own OPP. Like, just tell me where that is. Like, how is the Chronic in hip hop and the Chronic 2001 is in the rap section? Like, how are they in 2 different sections? Someone just tell me where to find the Dre album.
Yeah, so I guess that's my only gripe is that they create these weird things to make it seem like you've done a lot more than what you actually have.
I feel like that's less about Spotify than because all that's doing is going off the metadata that the record label put in. You know what I mean? So if the record label is like, this is neo jazz, or what's that SNL thing? Well, this is white jazz. Then that's just coming from the metadata that's scraped. So
true.
like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not one to sit around defending Spotify.
Yeah.
You know, on account of the fact that like artists get paid a whole penny for 10,000 plays.
Penny.
Yeah. So I'm not in the business of defending Spotify, but that type of stuff, they're just pulling data from whatever. You're never going to believe this, but yet again, the record labels are at fault. Yep. You know, Michelle, how many minutes did you listen to? Now, I think you should rule this because you stream at work all the time.
Well, I was out of work for a while, and that's why my numbers are down this year, which is why.
Oh my God. First of all, we haven't even had opening arguments for you to present your court case yet. Is this episode going to end in a lawsuit with you and Spotify, one way or the other? Either they're going to sue you or you're going to sue them.
It's somebody's fault but mine, not mine.
I will give you $100 if you can tell me who does the song Nobody's Fault But Mine. I'm serious. I will give you $100.
Sing it.
No. I always tell you I'm not going to sing it. What is Nobody? Who does it?
Is it a band?
Yes, Michelle. It's a band.
GNR.
Led Zeppelin. Go on.
So close.
That's my bad because I didn't tell you it's the Hey Hey Mama guys.
What's the name? What's the real name of the song?
Nobody's Fault But Mine. Which, by the way, Nobody's Fault But Mine is the first line in the song. The first thing he says in the song is Nobody's Fault But Mine. He says it in every chorus, and guess what the last line in the song is?
Nobody's
fault but mine. And so tell us more about how this isn't your fault, Michelle. How many minutes do you have listened to?
17,674.
Why are you mad at that?
It's Kyle has more than me.
We had to deal with this shit last year, too. Why are you constantly in a competition with everyone over? Like, why?
Isn't that what life is? I'm confused.
No.
Oh, no.
No. I need to give you some self-help books because that is not what life is about. So 17,000 or so much. You had over double what I do, which, because I, in the car, don't listen to Spotify. And then at home, I listen to vinyl as much as I can. So, and then at work, I put on YouTube in the background. So I don't, and that's all technology videos anyways. It's not even music. That's usually on my YouTube, which I think most of what your consumption is on YouTube, Kyle, is almost always music, right? I mean, you do listen to a lot of music through there, yeah?
Music, like weird documentary stuff, and then a bunch of reptile stuff, basically.
How weird.
Yeah.
How weird are the documentaries? Yeah. Like, as in, we would need to have a whole different show to discuss the topics that you're watching?
Oh, no. It's stuff that, like, everyone talks about. It's just stuff I find on there, like stuff from Vice and, whatever.
Yeah. So, as we go into top genre, and I feel like, Kyle, you're going to have a problem with what they told you, but for me, this is going to come as absolutely no surprise, but classic rock was my top genre, which makes me so generic and basic, but it's true. I know that most of the time when I was listening to Spotify, it was probably classic rock, because I don't have an unnecessary problem with robots. So
you do, though. You don't trust the robots.
In this instance, I trust the robots.
What happened to your robot vacuum?
It's still sitting in the box. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't appreciate you talking about my robot vacuum on the show in front of everyone. What happens between me and the robot vacuum is the business of this house and no one else.
It's because you don't trust robots.
Kyle, what was your top genre?
Something that they call pop rap.
I like whatever something they call.
Whatever the fuck that is, I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, what...
Never would have thought of that as a genre, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck is pop rap?
Somebody at some record label was like, this was pop rap.
Like, I guess you can consider Drake a pop rap artist because he's a popular rapper. I don't know what...
I guess so.
I don't know what... Yeah.
Well, whatever it is, you love it.
Yes, according to them, I do.
According to the robots.
Yes.
Michelle, what was your top genre?
This is your fault. I'm looking directly at you, Russ.
What?
It's classic rock.
How is that my fault?
Because you're making me listen to a lot of classic rock for this show.
I make you listen to a lot of classic rock. Also, to be clear, I need to make something clear, and this is not me not trusting the robots. When they say classic rock, and if everybody listening, hold on to your seatbelts because you're about to feel old, they consider like Nirvana and Rage Against the Machine classic rock now.
I'm sorry, do what now?
So it's not like you had to listen to, obviously, your favorite Led Zeppelin. Celebrate all 2 songs you know about by Led Zeppelin now. If you're listening to Nirvana, they count that as listening to classic rock. Rage Against the Machine, Red Hot Chili... Well, you wouldn't listen to Chili Peppers. Poor choice of words. If I were listening to Chili Peppers, it would consider it to be classic rock.
Also, everything that's based on what we listen to for the show, we all listen to that. So wouldn't we all have classic rock as our genres?
Apparently not. Maybe I just work harder.
Yeah, that's it.
I want to be real
that's
clear.
Definitely it.
That is not the problem.
I do a lot of research for this show.
That is an outright lie. One of my favorite things about you that I've known in the time that I've known you is that you're probably the most honest person I've ever met. And as far as I'm aware, that's the first lie you've ever told.
I do a lot of research.
That is, are you...
It's not the research you like.
Right. Yeah. Just come to the show. Hey, this week's top. On the show this week, we're going to talk about this, that, and the other thing. Michelle's like, shit. I totally looked up the wrong stuff. Yeah, to be clear, online shopping on your phone.
Yeah, TikTok is not research.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, TikTok is not research for your music podcast.
I'm sorry, what?
So let's start moving through our top 5 songs, which I feel like I'm going to get yelled at for that too.
I do have qualms about that, but not with you.
No. My top 5, I'm really mad about number 1 and number 2, but I know why they happened. I hate number 2. I know why that the top 1 and 2 happened, but I'm not happy about it. So first of all, number 5 for me will shock no one, but Beat It by Michael Jackson. I listen to a whole hell of a lot, which I don't even know what if I made a top 100 Michael Jackson songs, I'd be in like the bottom 50. But
see, it's a lie.
No, it's because of Eddie Van Halen's solo, and because I listen to that more often than not, because his solo is brilliant on that.
How many minutes or how many seconds do you have to listen to for it to count?
On Spotify, I think 30.
That tracks.
Let me put it this way. I heard somewhere that it was 30. So,
okay.
So number 5 for you, Kyle, on your top 5 songs. I assume it's a pop rap or whatever.
No. Number 5 is "I'm Kissing You" by Desiree.
Oh, right on.
Yep.
God, I haven't heard that song in forever. Michelle, what is your top 5 song or your number 5 song?
Free the Slave.
I was hoping it was going to be Nobody's Fault But Mine. By Michelle's like, oh, hey, look, everyone. Turns out I do know that song. And that's off the newest Kaleo. Well, Kaleo. We need to make sure to say it twice every time. So if we ever find out, I can go back and edit all of them.
I think it's Kaleo.
I think it's Kaleo as well.
But we've always said Kaleo.
Yeah. I had a friend who was very confident in his pronunciation of the band name. Like he had picked one and ran with it, and now he says both every time because of listening to the show.
When we had Google tell us what it was something completely different than what we thought it was.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
She pronounced it totally different.
Yeah.
Robots.
I don't believe the robots.
Robots. Number 4 for me in this, again, I can tell you where 3 through 5 came from easily. Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue, because it has my favorite drum fill in all of ballads, in all of like hair metal ballads. There's a like a fill, a cymbal grab, and a crash in the middle of the second verse that I will listen to that song on repeat just to hear that one part. Yeah, it's just stunningly good. Again, it comes from having listened to a really low amount of minutes, but I listened to Home Sweet Home a lot, like enough to make it into that. So, number 4 for you, Kyle.
All Around You by Sturgill Simpson.
Oh, what a jam! Which version does it say?
It's from Sailor's Guide to Earth.
Okay, the original. God, that. Like, I'm not against the bluegrass version on Cutting Grass, but Jesus Christ, the version that's on Sailor's Guide.
Yep.
Somebody needs to pick that for his album review eventually.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I could, but why not have you do it? Michelle, what's your number 4?
Brother Run Fast.
By whom?
Kaleo. Kaleo.
Are we sure that they're not classified as classic rock on Spotify?
They might be.
Yeah. I mean, they are over 10 years old now, so must be classic rock. Wait a minute. Is all 5 of yours Kaleo?
You're about to find out.
Coming in at number 3 for me, and again, this will surprise no one, Human Nature by Michael Jackson. Now, that is a top 10 Michael Jackson track for me. Like, if you shook me awake in the middle of the night and you were like, what Michael Jackson song do you want to hear? That would be one of the
You've
first ones
given me
I
a
say.
list of things to shake you awake about over our friendship, and I've written them all down, and one of these times I'm just going to break in your house.
I'm going to be sleeping. Wake me up. You're welcome to test me out. I'm pretty sure my answers will be the same on everything.
I'm just going to be like once a week. You won't know when I'm coming.
It's going to be great. So to be clear, you can put that effort in, but you need a break.
For a joke, yeah.
I'm all about jokes. What do you got in the number 3 spot, Kyle?
Number 3 is I Don't Want to Party by Mike Period.
Oh, boy. This son of a bitch and his name. Michelle, what Kaleo song is it number 3 for you?
It's not.
Kaleo?
It's not Kaleo.
Okay.
It's Damn It.
I thought you were just going to say, I'm not participating in number 3.
No.
We just don't get to know what number 3 is.
It's Parker Millsap's best song, Damn It.
Oh, you know,
Actually, it's not the best song. It's
I've
the best
really
song on the new
grown into
record.
that song, by the way. I like it a lot more now. It still needs a chorus. It doesn't have a chorus, but it needs one. And I love the song way more than I did when it first came out, though. I, by the way, did not cover with him that I didn't like the song.
I really wish you would have.
Wouldn't that be?
Yeah.
He was so nice that like I should have just tried it.
Like,
I should have been
"Excuse
like,
me?"
I should have been like, by the way, I don't like your new single. Thank you for your time, but I need to tell you, do better. I'm going to do number 1 and 2 at the same time, but then y'all can do whatever you want as far as that, because
Okay.
my number 1 and 2 are the same artist. It's not Michael Jackson. And the 2 songs that I listen to, I'm wildly upset, are my number 1 and number 2. Does anybody have any idea what artist it might be? Well, I'm sorry, Kyle, do you have any idea what artist it might be?
Guns N' Roses.
Yep. It's the 2 worst songs in the history of their catalog, but they were new, and I got super excited because GNR never releases new music, and I listened to them a lot. And what's even more upsetting is the one I do like is at number 2. The dumbest song title in the history of the world, Hard School, which is a great song with a stupid title.
Does it have a K in it?
Yeah,
No.
sure does.
Sure does.
Sure does.
How else would you spell
You
school?
betcha. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then at number 1 is the song I don't like as much as the other one, Absurd, which I'm going to show you this here in the studio with its backwards R in Absurd. So GNR released new music for the first time in 11 years by surprise, and then put a backwards R in it, and so GNR fans couldn't find the song, because when you went to Spotify to search for it and you spelled Absurd right, it was like, that song doesn't exist. And somehow it made it to my number 1 song that I
I
streamed
mean,
this
that
year.
makes sense, though, because those are the 2 songs you don't own on vinyl, right? So you'd have to stream them.
I pre-ordered the 7-inch for both of those songs.
But do you have them?
So, well, see, let me explain to you further the miracle of Guns N' Roses. So the pre-order for the 7-inch vinyl single,
Someday you'll get them.
hold on, happened in the last week of September of 2021. Would you like to know what the ship date is on that 7-inch single?
September 2022.
July 2022. See, like what other bands like to do is they like to just put the music on the vinyl and then release the vinyl.
Yeah.
GNR likes to be like, just give us a couple months. Hold on a damn second. We'll get to that. So yes, they won't be in next year's because I'll have it on vinyl. So Kyle, just give us 1 and 2 for this, and then we'll go through our 5 artists.
1 and 2. 1 is Too Late, which is French Montana featuring Jim Jones.
Yep. And again, you were surprised that you listened to so many different artists?
And number 2 is Gave That Back by T Grizzly.
Who?
Oh, Michelle's favorite T Grizzly. Do you celebrate T Grizzly's entire catalog?
Who?
Michelle, what were your top 2 songs for the year?
I hope you're sitting.
What by Kaleo?
Hey Gringo and Alter Ego.
Both of them are Kaleo? So
Literally
your top 5 songs for the year, 4 of the 5 are Kaleo.
Off the same record.
Off the same record.
Yes.
And it's my fault that the band that you got us into, you listened to a bunch. I want to be clear, this is my fault.
Yes. No, that part is not your fault. The minutes is Zoe's fault.
Okay.
And the classic rock is your fault.
What I like to do in life, if I can't find a reason for my own shortcomings, I like to
blame everybody else.
Well, I like to blame babies. So I like that you also have that same philosophy.
She doesn't enjoy Spotify.
And I'm telling you, you should look up Kaleo on Spotify and see where they're classified. I bet they're classified as classic rock.
How do you find that out?
I don't know. If 4 out of the 5 of your songs are that band, and your most listened to genre is classic rock, I'm afraid your friends are probably
There's
classified.
also no classic rock in my top artist, so now I'm really confused.
My top artist, I'm pretty sure if you wanted to guess, you could guess. You probably wouldn't get the order right, but you could probably absolutely guess my top artist for the year with no problem. Do you want to take a shot at it?
Van Halen.
They're in there.
Michael Jackson.
Yep, he's in there.
GNR.
Yep.
Pink Floyd.
Yep. The
One
fifth one's a
Is it throw you for a loop?
I don't know that it's unexpected, but yeah, give it a try. And then because you've literally got 1 through 4 right now, so then I'll give you 5 and I'll tell you the order as we go through them. Take a wild shot.
Eminem.
No, so close though. Weird Al.
This is very close.
Same
Shit.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
almost the
should
same
have
thing.
done that. I should have.
It's almost the same thing. I actually
known
saw a
that.
TikTok the other day that was like a guy was like, tell me an opinion that would be super controversial, and then they went to the other, stitched, and the guy was like, Weird Al is bar for bar as good of a lyricist as Eminem, and I will not explain myself. And I was like, that's true. That is absolutely true. Weird Al is probably the best songwriter in the last 40 years, and no one knows it, which is ridiculous.
Well, you've told me, so I know it.
Yes. Yeah. That's the thing you took away in your entire friendship. You're like, Portishead, no. Pink Floyd, no. Led Zeppelin, absolutely not. But Weird Al, though.
Led Zeppelin, maybe.
Oh, okay. You're going to look into the rest of their catalog?
Maybe.
Oh.
Are they still putting out new music? I'm fucking with you.
Since they retired in 1980, they have not put out any new music now.
I was just,
When John Bonham came
Trolling
down
you.
with death, they stopped putting out
Misadventure?
music. Yeah. Absolutely Misadventure. So my number 5 was Weird Al Yankovic, which does not surprise me because I love me some Weird Al. And I have every album Weird Al's ever made on vinyl, but it's not something that lends itself well to listening to with others, like to put on a record and be like, hey, here's a whole album of stuff that I think is hilarious that you might not, So I do stream. When I stream Weird Al, it's usually like one-off songs for people. So Kyle, what's your number 5 artist for the year?
Cleo.
Jesus Christ.
Calio.
You people in this house. When Michelle stopped streaming Kaleo, you just pick it up?
I was kind of surprised to see that, but I did stream when their new record came out. I streamed it a shitload. So it made it in there.
Right on. Michelle, what's your number 5? They're all 5.
You listen to nothing else. Wild Rivers, which I would not ever in
Has
a million years.
At no point been your jammy jams at all
That
this
has
year.
absolutely been my jammy jams. Thanks for listening when I talk to you.
Are you kidding me right now? You're going to accuse me of that?
Yes.
Interesting. That's a bold play. That's a real bold play. So Wild Rivers is the name of the artist who I'm hearing about for the first time.
You are not hearing about it for the first time.
Yeah.
Play it back.
Nope. Yeah. Let me go ahead and play every episode back. So
my thought when you said that was like, who the fuck is that?
Oh my God, you guys don't listen when I talk.
No, we do. So yeah, that's our top 5. So starting out, holy cow! I swear to God, I've never heard of that artist ever. But I'm gonna listen to him later today.
Okay.
Number 4 for me. This is kind of weird that this band is so low, but number 4 for me, Pink Floyd, which I blame on you because we didn't have any Pink Floyd albums to review other than the one that I had already heard and I listened to on vinyl. And then you crushed my hopes and dreams and hated it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
I got to knock you down here with the rest of us.
Do you know that no matter how much you don't like Pink Floyd, they still have 2 of the top 5 largest selling records of all time?
I refuse to believe that.
The damage is already done on that. Unless you would like to retroactively get in a time machine and stop people from buying.
I'm going to get in a time machine, and what I'm going to do with it, out of all the things I could do, stop the pandemic or whatever, I'm gonna go and change Pink Floyd.
Yeah, that is something you would do. Kyle, who's your number 4?
Not surprising at all. Kanye West.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think he would be higher up, but okay.
Yeah.
You listen to a lot of Kanye.
Yeah. It's just Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think you kind of fell off with the new record faster than I thought you would too.
Yeah.
But then again, who knows how they're counting it since he re-released it like 4 times already? Maybe they reset. Maybe they reset your Kanye counter.
Well, does he go by different?
By the way,
different
trademark.
names?
I'm going to trademark the shit out of Kanye counter.
Doesn't he go by different names?
What?
Oh boy.
Like a Yeezus.
Yeezus, yay. She's talking about how Diddy goes by like 7 different versions of Diddy.
So
like,
would it be? Would Diddy be your top artist, or P Diddy, or?
Well, hold
Sean
on. Let's go back to Kanye.
That's not how Kanye works.
Yeah, so they don't have
he
him
has
listed
an
under,
album titled Yeezus.
but it's under
Kanye West. Yes,
it's
all
everything
of his
he's done
music
is
is underneath.
I thought he
Kanye
just
West.
changed his name to Ye.
He did.
Hold on. Allow me, Michelle. Hold on to help you make your points. When Prince was first on Tidal, before he, passed away, and then they hurried up and put him on every other streaming service against his wishes.
Yeah.
He had his whole catalog on Tidal was either under Prince and the New Revolution, Prince and the New Power Generation, or the artist, right? Depending on the phase of his career. So if you listen to the Gold Experience, it would say you listen to Prince and the New Power Generation. But if you listen to like Purple Rain, it would say you listen to Prince and the Revolution, and it would count it as 2 different artists. So that's what she's saying. So like, is Kanye counted as like Ye and Yeezy?
He's all of his. If you go and look on Spotify, all of his music's underneath Kanye West.
Okay.
That took us way too long to get there.
Really glad we got that squared away. That's good news. I don't even know where we're at. Nothing makes sense anymore. Michelle, number 3, I think we're at.
Yeah.
What's your number 3?
You want to guess?
Kaleo?
No, wait. We're on 4.
I'm just going to keep saying Kaleo. And
we're on number 4.
We are on number 4. Okay.
Luda.
Luda who?
Ludacris.
Ludacris. That doesn't surprise me.
No,
you
that
talked
does
about
not.
a lot of Luda this year.
I did talk about a lot of Luda this year.
Yeah. Like both on and off the show. My number 3 will surprise absolutely no one, Van Halen. I listened to a lot of Van Halen.
Did he die this year?
He passed away in October of 2020. Yeah. Yes.
2020.
Yeah. One of these last 2 years that has lasted 10 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I'll listen to a ton of Van Halen with or without Eddie on the Planet. But this year I did a whole lot of playing both sides with Van Halen fans where like people would be like, oh, it's Dave and nothing else. And so I'd be like, here's a bunch of Sammy songs you should hear, and vice versa. People that, oh no, Sammy's where it started. I'm like, oh, well, let me play some nasty stuff Eddie did with Dave in the band. You know what I mean? So that's why that ended up streamed a lot for me. So Kyle, what's your number 3?
It makes sense, but I'm kind of mad that it's there. Johnny Craig.
Oh man, that guy's a dick from what I heard.
He is a fucking dick. But we did one of his albums for an album review.
We did.
So that's part of where it comes from. But I also listen to his stuff a lot, and I kind of try to detach myself from the fact that he's an asshole in real life.
Yeah. We talked about that heavily. There's nothing you can do about it.
There is.
Like it just sucks. And but if the music's good, Michelle, what's next for you? Kaleo?
Eminem.
Oh, really? Wow. I don't remember you talking about Eminem a lot, but then again, apparently I don't listen.
When did Music to Be Murdered By come out?
2 years ago.
Are you fucking with me right now?
Do you remember when we started the podcast 2 years ago, and that was one of the first records we talked about?
No.
Okay. Do you not listen when I talk?
He released a Music to Be Remembered By 2.
Okay, this year?
Last year.
Yeah.
Well, I don't fucking know, man.
So a lot of Eminem.
A lot of Eminem. I picked one of his records for my pick this year.
Your pick of what?
Is your job now to just make disjointed statements on the show?
No. My pick for what? The album reviews.
Yeah, you sure did.
Oh.
Thank you for that information.
He just said that he picked Johnny Craig for... No, wait.
So my number 2 artist for the year. My number 1 and number 2 will absolutely surprise nobody at all. But number 1 and number 2 for me, number 2 was Guns N' Roses, which is mostly Hard School and Hard School with a K. And absurd with the backwards R. Mostly their fault, but again, a lot of times, like for example, if the topic of Use Your Illusion ever comes up, the first thing somebody always says is, oh, it should have been one album, man. And I'm always like, I will now give you 10 examples why you're wrong, and play a bunch of stuff they never even heard.
Do you get into fights with the people about music, wherever you go?
A lot, yeah.
I go out with you quite a bit.
I was having dinner last night, and I was speaking to the person directly to my left, and someone else said something about Van Halen that was so false that in the middle of my sentence, I interrupted myself to be like, wrong, and I'll tell you why in a second. And then I went back to what I was saying.
You must be a joy.
Oh, I'm a delight. I'm a delight. And I'll skip ahead to my number one, which will surprise nobody for like the 20th year running. Michael Jackson, still my number one artist every year. There's just so much diversity in what that guy did. Oh my God, you should be aware of that.
I'm aware.
Yeah. I will, I said, shake me awake in the middle of the night. No, I will wake people up to argue about Michael Jackson. I will just go door. It's like a really aggressive Jehovah's Witness. I'll go door to door, go into your house, wake you up and be like, all right, we're going to argue about Michael Jackson.
I don't have anything bad to say. And you're like, no, we're going to argue.
Well, we're going to. No, you will at the top of season 5 because we're going to do a MJ album review. It's a good one, too.
Okay.
It's my favorite MJ album, as a matter of fact. But with MJ, the guy was in music for, 45 of the 50 years he was on Earth. So you have music from him from literally age 5 to the last studio record he put out was 2001, and he passed away in 2009. So that's like, 40 plus years of totally diverse music. There's a lot more to the dude than Billie Jean and Beat It. Especially like as a kid, the Motown standards and stuff. I got really heavily into the Jackson 5 and Jackson's material this year, which I typically have never done. Like for me, MJ's career almost always, it's like off the wall through Invincible. And then he also did some things before that, but for whatever reason this year, I really got into the older stuff because there's a lot of good stuff there that I've just never acknowledged. Kyle, give us your number 2 and then your number 1.
Number 2, I'm kind of surprised by it, but it's Always Never.
Who?
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I guess maybe because I discovered them this year.
Like you got them signed?
Yeah. Is that the Weekend sounding people?
Yeah.
The Weekend sounding people.
So like
what do you mean, you people?
I happened upon them and I listened to them a bunch. So it makes sense that it's there. I just was very surprised that it was all the way up at number 2.
Yeah. No, I get that though. If you deep dive into a new artist or even a new to you artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And number 1 is Drake.
Really?
Yes, which is also strange.
That's strange.
I think, but
please don't accuse me of not listening to what you say on the show, like someone. But I don't remember you talking a lot about Drake.
And I guess maybe
the robots are wrong.
Maybe I do listen to a lot of Drake, but I just don't I don't come and talk about it. Maybe it's not always my jammy jam because it would be the same fucking jams over and over
every
again.
week. Every week. Hey Kyle, what do you listen to? Drake again, Michelle. Go.
Because he's on Kanye West's side in the fight.
There's no fight no more.
No beef, Michelle.
No, they made up, man.
But before.
Obviously, Michelle is up on current events. Was that not covered in the research?
He was watching Degrassi the other day, so that's probably where the Drake came from. I'm not kidding. I came home and he was watching Degrassi.
I did not think you were kidding. Michelle, will you give us your number 2 and your number 1 artist?
Number 2 is Kings of Leon.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
And guess who number 1 is?
Guess who your number 1 is?
Yeah.
Kaleo.
Yeah, Kaleo.
Oh, weird.
Only the finest from Iceland from Michelle. So for me, this year was incredibly plain for streaming, but I don't know why you guys don't want to agree with the robots, but I can tell you where all of my stuff comes from. Like I know why my list looks exactly like it does. As shameful as it is to have Absurd and Hard School as your number 1 and number 2 song for the year, I can tell you why it happened. Absurd is number 1 because I spent a whole week trying to like it, which you should never do with art.
Don't force it.
I was like, maybe the 131st maybe the song will take this time.
I have a problem because I, in general, just put on playlists, like the Spotify curates playlists or whatever, or I listen to like my daily drive every morning and it just puts songs on there.
Right.
And they put the same songs on there every single fucking day. So every single day, like they don't put anything new on there. So I'm listening to the same songs over and over and over again.
Your problem is that you had someone do something for you.
Yes.
As opposed to just doing it yourself.
I don't know how to make a playlist.
You have. That's it.
If looks could kill.
What do you mean you don't know how to make a playlist? So you do know how to make a playlist.
But I don't know any songs.
What your gripe with it is that someone has pre-programmed something, you've put no effort in,
yes,
and then you're mad at the way they pre-programmed it.
No, and most of the time it's fine. But then don't tell me that I listened to Kaleo for 27,000 hours this year when you are the one who put it on my playlist for me to listen to.
Your argument makes no sense. What? Kyle, what are your closing thoughts on the robots? Your biggest gripe is the genre thing, right?
That, and I think that some of the statistics are skewed. It doesn't So I screenshot something else because I found it hard to believe. And I wanted to bring it up. So it says that my top artist was Drake, and it says you were in the top 4% of their listeners this year.
What a lofty ass statement.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you just leave Drake playlists on when
That's
you go to sleep?
That's what I'm saying. He probably has.
Maybe it's just because
50 million listens a month or something like that.
Maybe it's just because we listen. We're so close to the border. Canada, that they just count you as Canadian. They're like, he listens
so
to Drake.
If he has 50 million listeners, or I don't know what the exact number that he has monthly, I'm in the top 4% of people who are constantly listening to him. I don't think so.
I think so.
Really? That is a wild.
I haven't heard about it on our show.
That is a wildly high number.
Well, good on you, I guess.
Yeah,
we should get you a trophy made.
No, I'm in the 0.5% of listeners.
For Kaleo?
Kaleo.
Sweet.
Kaleo.
It's you
Kaleo.
and all of Iceland.
And you guys.
And us.
Yeah.
You fucks.
What an aggressive way to end this season. Thank you for that, Michelle.
You were asking me. That's my only gripe is the things they divide, the amount of categories they divide different artists into, and then the statistics do not seem real all the time.
Yeah.
It just seems wildly inaccurate.
And we're also, you have to remember, as huge as a listener base as Spotify has, that's still minute in all of music listening.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Between vinyl and other formats and Apple Music. And, I was yesterday just hanging out with Sunset Boulevard. We talk about the band a lot. And I literally said to somebody, I was like, who's got Spotify? And the whole band was like, I don't have Spotify. Like, they all have other streaming services. So when you think about it that way too, like of people listening to Spotify, you could be that high for Drake, but then like his whole listener base. Oh, well, you're just talking about installed on Spotify. On Spotify, he has 50 million, right?
Well, I'm checking right now to verify the amount of listeners.
Can you check what Kaleo's is for Michelle?
I was close. He has 54,576,713 monthly listeners.
And you're in the top 4%, Kyle.
That is.
I'm getting you a trophy.
I think you need a sash and a button.
Instead of a trophy or in addition?
In addition to.
And I was complaining about the 846 different artists thing too, but when you started to explain it started to make more sense. Right. I don't look at it like that because I'm so used to just listening to all sorts of different shit.
Yeah.
That like it didn't really occur to me. But
the thing that brought that up to me in life is that U2 has a record called Zooropa that came out, I think, 93. It's the follow-up to Achtung Baby. And when we got it in at Harmony House, where I was working at the time, it came in and said file under reggae. And I was like, but U2 is not reggae in any way, shape, or form. And we looked, and that is how Island Records wanted that album filed.
What?
At best, it's electronic. So and that was where I was like, wait a minute, who decides what this goes on? The record labels, so real dumb.
I have one more thing before we go.
Okay.
About the genres.
Okay.
So my number 2 genre is stomp and holler, and I'm not really sure what that is.
That's a fucking made-up genre, man.
Is that more of a comment on your lifestyle?
I think it might be. I think they're just saying that I stomp and holler a lot.
That you, in order to get your way,
yes,
you stomp and holler.
And number 5 is dirty South rap, and I don't like
Luda.
But who else?
T.I.
You listen to a lot of Luda.
Anyone from down south. That's why I was saying the whole hip hop genre
No Money?
thing. No. The whole hip hop genre thing made no sense because there's literally like 5 genres of hip hop if you break it down. But they divide it into like 65 different ones.
Yeah, stomp and holler.
Okay. Well, this has been as entertaining as I thought it was going to be, and this brings us to the end of season 4 of the podcast, which is amazing. And I will just keep talking till you find whatever it is you're looking for. There you go. For the listeners, good news, bad news. The bad news is that we are now going to enter Michelle's required 2-week break.
They're going to hibernation.
But it works out for everybody, too, because next week is the Christmas holiday, and the week after that is the New Year's holiday, and so on. So we will be back. I think the next podcast episode will come out like the second-ish week of January, and it will kick off with an album review pick from me, which is going to be fantastic. And Michelle's going to have to listen to it, which is going to be great for everyone involved. And
I'm going to stop listening to him on Spotify.
What a threat. You do you, I guess.
Then we'll see how my results are next year.
In the meantime, though, because I refuse to rest, in the meantime, you will still get 2 new YouTube videos each week that the podcast is off. And so you'll get 4 YouTube videos between the time you're hearing this and the next audio episode, which will be in the second week of January. Michelle, do you have anything that you need to leave people with, like a holiday message or anything you'd like to spread some good cheer or anything for everybody?
How do you smell like a sound?
Okay, that's a good question. Kyle, what do you have to say about the second full year of the show and another 2 seasons under our belt?
It's crazy that it's gotten this far.
It is, and it's so much fun.
Yes.
It's so much fun, and other than the overall distrust of robots on the show, I feel like we're all doing pretty well.
We are?
Yes.
This was our first year of being recognized out someplace because of the show.
Oh, yeah. That was great.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
still...
there was a pandemic for most of
I got recognized from the YouTube channel again the other day, too. I was in a record store, and a guy literally across the store was like, "You're the guy with the cool basement." I was like, "I sure am."
it. That could be really taken the wrong way.
Like we always say about this time, without music, life would be a mistake. Bye.
The Infectious Groove podcast is hosted by Russ Robinson, Kyle Wimple, and Michelle Koselecki. Produced and edited by Russ Robinson. Intro and outro music composed by Chris Kimmel. Opening credits read by Stacey Robinson. Recorded with a Rode Podcaster Pro and Rode Pod mics.